And Chris Ockley, Missouri track fanatic and running junkie, with Gwen Berry, the St. Louis native and McCluer High School and Southern Illinois grad, and now Gwen Berry is an Olympian. How's that sound to you?
It sounds very good. I'm ready to get my tattoo.
You ready to get your tattoo? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, to my surprise, I didn't realize until watching that that they were moving the hammer into Hayward Field. Tell me what that was like, and with obviously being different than the field behind Hayward there usually is.
I mean, it was a really good experience. I am so glad they decided to do that. And I believe they did that to get hammer throwers more support. We really don't usually get a big crowd. We really don't usually get a lot of people supporting us. So I'm really, really, truly happy that they have free admission and they put us on the inside of the field. It made us feel like we were part of the competition and ultimately part of the team. So I was excited and thrilled about that. I wish we could do that every time.
Yeah, I think USATF tweeted out almost 3,000 people showed up to watch, so that's pretty awesome. Well, as you get announced there and competition's getting ready to start, tell me how you were feeling. As usual, or nervous, excited, or anything different than usual?
I was feeling a little bit more calmer than normal. I'm usually pretty, nervous about me. Talking to my little sister, and a couple of years ago, she asked me about a meeting, I said I'm nervous. And this year it was different. Like, I knew what I had to do, you know what I'm saying? I came in there with high expectations, and I was confident this year. I can't lie, my mentality has changed quite a bit from my past. So I was more anxious and ready than nervous. I had my first three throws were, me just thinking too much, me trying to be perfect and not getting after it. But after I executed those three throws and I got pissed and I knew I could go after it, then I just let it all out.
Right. First throw just under 70 meters, 69.33, 227.5. Did you have to feel pretty good about getting the first one off that solid?
Yeah. I was just trying to get the first one in, get the jitters off, shake everything up.
Yeah.
And after my first one, I was ready to go.
Yeah, and then you go 70.42, which is 231 even, keeps you in second place. Third throw 69.41, 227.8. After the prelims, you're sitting in second. 8 or 10 minute break, cuts down to 9. Competitors. You're still feeling good and confident at that point?
Oh yeah, of course. I knew what I had in me. I can throw 69 in my sleep, so I knew I had much more in me, and I just had to get it out. I just had to get pissed off and just go after it and attack.
And you did that. You went fourth throw, 71 meters even, which is 232.11, exactly the Olympic standard. And then you just ripped another one even further, 72.04, which is 236.4, that kept you in second, that moved you back into second place. And then Amanda Binkson, on her fourth throw, as you guys go in the descending order, she doesn't jump up and pass anybody, and you're on the Olympic team at that point. What were you thinking and feeling then?
I didn't even realize it. I realized it, but I wasn't satisfied. I was going for the win at that time. I was just trying to let it all out and go for the win and go for the American record.
And so on your final throw, you go big, 73.09 meters, 239.9, which broke the meet record, and end up taking second. And just walk me through that last throw and
the last throw, I was just trying to give it my all. I kind of played through my head what I needed to do with my technique. But I just let it all out, and I just went after it. And I was, like I said, I was trying to go for a big throw. It didn't happen. But I'm very fortunate to have gone this far and to do what I did.
And then when did it hit you that the goal had been accomplished, that you'd made the Olympic team?
It actually didn't hit me until Deanna took her last throw. Like, after Deanna walked out the ring, I was like, oh, wow, I made it. And, after we got our jackets, we got our medals, it hit me then.
Yeah, and Dan O'Brien was talking to you on the awards podium there, and talking about you wanting to see you celebrate, and then they'd actually showed you dancing there and celebrating a little bit beforehand, right after you got your medal, I think. But what was that like, being up on the medal there and getting your photo shot with Deanna and Amber there and be an official, part of the team.
It was amazing. It was surreal. I know they both work hard. I know they both deserve the chance to, represent our country just as much as me. I'm just happy that we have a strong team this year. Even though some of us are young, we do have our veterans, and I feel like we're gonna go represent America well this year.
Yeah, first time for you and Deanna, but Amber's now her third Olympics, and you think you'll talk to her and try to ask her about what it'll be like and see if she's got any suggestions for you how to handle things?
I know how it feels. I've been overseas numerous of times. It won't be any different. Just because it's the Olympic Games doesn't mean anything. It's still me overseas, and I still need to execute. I throw well overseas, and so I'm just going to go in there with the mindset that I just need to attack, get aggressive, and do what I need to do.
What's it been like the last couple hours since it was over? Calls and text and just the attention. What's that been like?
Yeah, my phone has been going off the hook. Which is a good thing. I'm not mad at it. But I've been pretty calm. I thought I would be, have a big crash. But I feel good. I mean, a lot of phone calls, a lot of texts, a lot of love. Still getting a little bit of hate about, my situation with my inhaler. But, I mean, at the end of the day, I can only thank God, and I'm happy I'm here. I got a lot more left in the tank.
Obviously feel like you made the right decision in not fighting the suspension and going to the trials and making the team now, I'm sure?
Yeah, it was a good decision.
Yeah. Well, tell me what's next for you. You gonna head back to Oxford here pretty soon and get back to training, or what's between what's the next 4 or 5 weeks hold for you?
Well, the next 4 or 5 weeks, I go back to normal. I'm gonna go back to work, go back to training. I'm gonna go back to my job and try to get a couple of hours to get a couple of paychecks. And just act like, I got another meet to prepare for, because that's what I do have. So I'm just going to go back in there and do what I need to do.
Any plans to compete between now and Rio?
I don't know. I'm going to see what my coach has planned for me. I'm sure I have a competition. And I know me and Deanna will be training together for a couple of days. So whatever he has planned, I'll do.
Yeah. Well, it's... You said it has hit you. What's this feel like with so many kids dream and grow up watching the Olympics and dream, and you're one of the few that's made it. What's that feel like?
Man, it feels like a dream come true. I mean, and I know my dream isn't over yet. I've seen myself standing on an Olympic podium before, and I'm just trying to put it into reality. So I mean, for everybody that does have a dream out there. It may sound cliche, a lot of stars, a lot of celebrities say never give up on their dreams, but it's true. Because if you never, ever, ever succumb to failure, you can do anything that you want to do, because eventually it's going to happen. If you keep knocking at the doors, eventually something will open up.
Right.
So it's definitely true. Do not give up. Whatever happens, do not give up.
Yeah.
Because everything that happened to me this year, it could have defeated me. But it did. I did not let it, and I didn't give up. I didn't throw in the right path. So, like I said, it's cliche, but, you just got to keep fighting.
Yeah. Well, I think you've handled yourself well and obviously represented yourself and family and team and sponsors very well, and and even Missouri well. I know all the Missouri Trek family community is excited for you. So congratulations and enjoy and celebrate.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Gwen. Congratulations.